All right, welcome, Midwest Conference football fans. I'm here today with the head football coach of Beloit College, Coach Ted Soenksen. How you doing today, Coach?
Good. How are you doing, Cam?
Good so far. Good, good. Let's just get right into it. Just to reflect on last season, Coach. What were the biggest lessons learned from last season, and how do you plan to apply them to achieve better results this year?
I think last year the team and coaching staff learned that we can compete with a lot of teams in the conference, but we also need to learn how to finish games. That I think some games we might have played maybe a little tentative early on because who the opponent was, and then by the time we realized we could play with them, it was too late on certain things. So I think just having confidence. I think we learned this past year just we can if we play our best game and worry about ourselves and minimize mistakes that we can play with with everyone. And it's just on us to take the next step into finishing games in the fourth quarter and not waiting for a quarter and a half to show up. Like just playing four complete quarters of football every single time. We did that twice last year. We got to find a way to do that more often this coming year.
Definitely, Coach. And to talk about the team culture a little bit, how would you describe the current culture within the team, and what actions
Um,
have you taken?
I'd say we have a without a doubt, my 5 years of being is the tightest knit group we've had because there's a lot of guys who've been through a lot of things together. A good mixture of old guys and younger guys. We got a whole new group of guys coming in this recruiting class that are going to have a chance to meet and kind of get that interwoven chemistry going right away. But I feel very confident that we have a good group of guys, a mixture of COVID seniors and regular fourth year seniors and juniors and sophomores that are really tight, that do a great job of welcoming the incoming group of freshmen that we had that we're very excited about. And I think it's a very exciting time to be around the program. We got a lot of guys that have been here all summer working, it was all on their own, motivations to do. So it's nice to see so many guys around and doing stuff and guys just excited to be a part of what we're building here. So it's exciting time to do this and really getting geared up for August 13th.
Definitely. Just talk a little bit about the player leadership. Leadership is very pivotal for a successful team. How do you envision player leadership work evolving this season based on last year's experience? And even who are some of the emerging leaders on the team? And how do
Yeah, I
you?
think this past spring we got to see a lot of guys take big steps forward in bigger roles. Some that coaches asked them to take bigger roles, or some of their peers asked them to take bigger roles, and some guys that just stepped up more vocally or took a bigger charge in the weight room. But I mean, I'd say we obviously Gavin's been a mainstay for us in development as a leader for us, and AJ Fitzpatrick and Tyrell Spivey and Jacob Schaefer and Aiden Deal and Kyle Smith-McCautry. Um, and then the newest guys, Rafael Cervantes and Drake Marquez, like those have all been guys that have stepped up and I thought really led us through some transition period of having a higher standard of what guys want to see done in the off season to prepare for this coming season. I think this was the hardest working off season we've ever had, and it was player driven and it was player ran, and it was great to see guys take big steps forward, and those guys were all part of it, and there's other guys I've not mentioned that were a part of that. So I mean, I'm just excited in general about how much ownership the team seems to be taking, and knowing that if they want to have more success, they got to be the reason that there's more success.
Definitely. That's amazing, coach. And to talk about a little bit about fan and community engagement, how important is fan support and community engagement for the team? How do we plan to foster this season?
Well, I think over the five years I've been here, there's every year there's been more and more support and following for our football games, and people know what's going on around campus more and more each semester I've been here. I know the school's done a good job investing, more fun like tag along things with different sporting events, whether it's different theme night or I think this year for homecoming there's going to be a live band going. I think there's just more engagement between the sports teams and the surrounding campus and the faculty. And I think there's just everyone's pulling the same direction. It's just fun. It's a fun time.
Definitely. And to finish it off, coach, just I want to talk about what have been some of your favorite moments so far coaching this team.
Just the growth is the number one thing. It's been fantastic to see guys come in and that the 2020 COVID senior recruiting class. Still got a handful of you guys that have chosen to come back for the extra year because you want to continue to play and build this thing up. It's not like we're a perennial conference winning championship team that guys are wanting to come back for a fifth year, but they want to be a part of getting us to that point where someday they can look back and know that they're a reason that this team got over the hump and became a winning program and turned into a conference contender. So I mean, it's fun to see how much growth the guys that are now going to be fifth year seniors and fourth year seniors and all the work they put in. And it's also just good to see the short time growth that's happened with the sophomore and junior class. I just feel like there's a lot of guys pulling in the same direction. A lot of guys that are bought into what is going on and why they want to do it. And nothing's ever perfect. There's always things you can work on, but it's just fun to be around the guys. My favorite part of coaching this team is that I enjoy being around the guys. I like that the guys are swinging by the office occasionally, the ones that are around campus just to say hello while they're on their way to work or whatever it is. And, texting with guys back and forth throughout the summer, and our coaches having reach out with guys. I think this has been a really good summer, even though we've all been different places, because everyone's been communicative, everyone's been locked into what's going on, and it's just fun. It's just fun to have conversation with guys. So I think the number one, my most favorite part of this team right now is just we enjoy being around each other. The coach staff enjoys being around each other, players enjoy being around each other, and all of us enjoy being around doing this together. So I'm very excited for August 13th for moving day.
Definitely. Awesome, coach. Well, thank you for your time today. I appreciate everything for it. I'm excited to get back to work.
Thank you, Cam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.